So hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video topic is again going to be continuation of my Python basic series, and the topic of this video is Python dictionaries. So in the last video we discussed about sets and tuples, and before that we discussed about Python list, and now the last data type which is very important to discuss and which is the only one left is Python dictionaries. So before any further ado, let's get started, but please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for further videos. And now just we would like to see what are the basic features of dictionaries. So if you guys remember some of the basic features of sets and tuples and what is the basically difference, dictionary is actually an entirely different type of data set or data collection. It basically stores the data like a key value pairs. Okay, so here we do not have a set of data just like in list or tuple. Basically we have a key value pair, and for every key there is a value assigned. That value could be a collection, it could be an integer, it could be a string, it could be of any data type. Okay, next comes, are the dictionaries ordered or are they ordered? So as per Python 3.7, dictionaries are ordered, and by ordered means that their keys are basically same order in which we have added them. So Python 3.7, dictionaries are an ordered collection. Okay, next comes, are the dictionaries changeable collection or not? So yes, dictionaries can be easily modified. You can definitely remove an element from a dictionary, you can change the value of any key and assign it some other value. So it is definitely possible. And the last feature is, are there any duplicates allowed in dictionary or not? So no duplicate keys are actually allowed. Okay, so basically you can have duplicate values. So basically two keys can have same value, but no two same keys can be placed in a dictionary. And one by one we will be discussing and implementing all these features and just proving our points. So the first thing is how we can actually declare a dictionary. And let's create a dictionary, and the way to do that is pretty simple. So let's create something called as languages, and to create a dictionary you basically have to have some sort of curly braces here, just like that of set, but instead of just passing the values in this curly braces, we will do the key value thing. So let's suppose I am creating a dictionary of language, and what I will do here is get the name. So let's say the name of my language is Python, and then the next thing is what is the version. So let's say the version of my language is 3.7, and let's say what is popularity. So some popularity level of this language, and we can say that Python is having an A plus popularity across the world. So this is how you basically create a dictionary here. And what you can see here is that we got an error because we have not added a comma here. And now you can see that all the values are comma separated, and let's try to print them. So this is how you can declare a dictionary. And if you want to print out a dictionary, you can just do something like this, and you can see that your dictionary is printed. If you write the type of the languages, you can see the type of your variable is dict. If you try to find out the length of the dictionary, just use len function, and if you do this, you will see that the length of this dictionary is basically 3, and what this 3 means is the number of keys which are present inside a dictionary. Okay, so these are the few functions which are used in every data collection, and they are valid for dictionary as well. So now let's contain the features. So the first thing was key value pair. So you can see that we have this key here and then we have this value here. So key value pairs are pretty much how dictionaries are defined. They are an ordered collection. So you see that when I printed the dictionary, the first key which was printed was name, then we got version, and then we got popularity. So it is all in the same order in which I added them. Next comes changeable. Can the dictionaries be changed? So let's see this one. So if I want that the name of my language should be changed from Python to Java. So you see, now if I print languages dictionary, my name is changed from Python to Java. So yes, you can modify, you can change the dictionary. And then another feature which was no duplicates allowed. So now let's try to create another dictionary. So let's create another dictionary called as new lang. And what we will do here is that we will create basically duplicate keys here. So let's say I did name and the name was Java. The version was let's suppose 1.8, and then let's do name again, and now if I am naming it as Kotlin. So now you see I added this key name twice, and now you see that we do not get any error. But does that mean that this dictionary now can have duplicate keys? No. You see, we cannot have duplicate keys. If you are simply adding a duplicate key, it basically means that the key which was last added in your dictionary will simply override the value of its previous references, and we simply got Kotlin instead of Java because Java was added first and Kotlin was added in the end. So you see guys, this is how it proves that you cannot duplicate keys in a dictionary. Okay. So I hope that is clear to you. The next thing is how we can access an element in a dictionary. So I think it's pretty much simple how we can access it. So if you just want to print out any dictionary, you can just take the dictionary name and you can print it out, and it pretty much prints out your entire dictionary. Okay. And if you simply do something like this, that if I only want to print a particular key here, what you can do is just write your name of the dictionary, do square brackets, and in which write the name of your key. So if I write here new lang name, then it will print out the value of the key name. Okay. You can also do something called as get. So either you can use something like this, or you can do get and then write the name of your key, and you can see that this is also how you can access your values. Another thing is that if you want to simply print out all the keys inside a dictionary, so there is a function called as keys here, and if you use keys, you basically, you see, you get an object of dict keys, and you basically get all the keys inside a dictionary. If you use something like this called as values, in that case what you will do is you will simply print out all the values inside a dictionary. Okay, so if you want to access all the keys, you can use the keys function. If you want to access all the values, you can just use the values function. But what if you want to access both of them at the same time? In that case, what you can do is something called as items. So if you want to basically know the key value pairs, you can use something called as items to print the key and the values, both of them. Okay. Now, another thing is that whenever you are accessing an element, you basically want to check if some key is present inside that element or not. So if I do something like this, that if name in new lang dot keys, what it should return to me. Okay, let's do like this, that I just want to know if name is inside new lang keys or not. So you see that if you simply want to check that a particular key is inside a dictionary or not, you can simply use something like this. So name in new line keys. If you do not want to use the key function, you can simply use something like this also, that name in new lang. So even if you do something like this, if you write the name of the key and you write the dictionary, that will also work. And this can basically also be used in any if condition or even in for loops as well. So I can do something like this: if name in new lang, then print new lang name. I can either do something like this, or I can even do something like this, that for and for loop, and then all the keys. For example, for key in new lang dot keys, and then simply something do like this, that print new lang key. So basically, if you do not know all the keys of a particular dictionary and you want to iterate over it, you can use the keys function to iterate over it. So you see here what happened. We basically iterated over all the keys inside the new lang dictionary, and we printed each and every value here. Okay, so either you can use values function or you can use this function. So I hope that is clear. The next part is how you can basically add some element inside a dictionary, or you can change some element inside a dictionary. So I already told you that dictionaries are changeable. So if you want to add or update any element, it's pretty easy. All you have to do something is called as, just use your dictionary name here. For example, I have new lang and I have version and the name of my language here. And let's suppose I also want to add another parameter here, or another key here, called as popularity. So I just use new lang popularity equals to a plus. And now if I print my dictionary, you see instead of 2 keys, I have got 3 keys here. And it's pretty easy to add any key inside a dictionary. But what if I do not want to just add one key? I actually want to add like multiple keys in a dictionary. In that case, what you can do is something called as update. So what you can do here is like do something like this: new lang dot update. And update, you can pass a set of key value pairs. Okay, so let's suppose I have got some set of key value pairs, like we have our Python languages. So let's suppose I have like book. So one key is book, and let's suppose one book for Kotlin is Kotlin complete reference, and Kotlin complete reference. And let's suppose another key is web link, and my web link is let's suppose google.com. So what I want to basically say here is that I want to add multiple key value pairs to my new lang data dictionary. And you can see here that at once I have now added 2 keys to my dictionary using the update method. Actually, what you can do is that not only you can add your elements using update, you can also change the value of your elements using update. So what I can do here is I can just copy this part, and if I just change the value of these values here, it will just simply update it. So what if I can do that the book is called as black book in Java, and the web link is, let's suppose, youtube.com. And now let's see if my dictionary got updated. And yes, you see my dictionary values got updated here. And similar way you can use to update one single element also. So if you just use square brackets and you just use something like this, and you change the value to, let's suppose, Java, you will see that you can update a single value as well. So this is how you can basically add or update any element in Python data dictionary. So I hope that is clear to you. Now let's check the removal part. So now we want to basically remove any element inside a dictionary. How we can do that? So that is actually pretty simple. Just you remember some functions which we also used in list and in sets, etc. And one of the function was pop function. So if you simply use pop function, you can remove the item inside the particular dictionary. All you have to do is you have to specify the key of the item. So let's suppose I want to simply remove something called as book here. So I want to remove the book name of my language. So if I do something like this, then you will see that I got what I have removed here, the value which was removed. And then if I simply have this thing printed, now you see that my book version is simply removed. Okay, so that is how you can basically remove your element. And another thing is that you can use something called as pop item. So if you use something called as pop item, what will happen here? You will see that the last item which was added inside the list is simply removed. So you know that the last item which was added inside the dictionary. So in our dictionary, the last item is web link. So and if you use pop item, it will simply remove that item, and now we have only 3 items inside my dictionary. Another keyword which we all have been aware of is the del keyword, but we will not use the del keyword right now. We will first use something called as clear. So if you use new lang dot clear, then what you will see that now your dictionary is basically empty dictionary. And if you use something called del, then you will see that your object is basically not defined. So that is how you actually remove any element inside a dictionary. Another thing is I have already covered how you can loop through a dictionary, but just to cover some items in detail. So what you can do is you can loop over any keys. So for X in let's suppose languages, which was one dictionary which we defined before. For X in dictionaries, languages.tree print X. So that is how we can print all the keys of a particular dictionary, or we can iterate over them. We can also print all the values of a dictionary if you use values. And what we can also use something called as items. So in items, what we are going to receive is a key value pair. So you can do something like this for X comma Y, or for, let's say, something like this for key comma value in languages dot item print key and then print value. So you see what is happening here. I actually access both key and value in languages dot items, and now I am first printing the key and next I am printing the value. So guys, this is how you can basically use all these dictionary functions. So guys, if you want to copy a dictionary, basically what you can do is you can do one thing. For example, I create another variable called as new lang, and what you can think is that now I am assigning, if I assign my this new lang variable my previous dictionary languages, now you might assume that okay, now I have got new lang is basically copy of languages dictionary. Okay, what you can think something like that, right? Now I will show you one thing. Let's take this new lang variable. Let's change the name of this new lang variable from Java to Python. Okay, and now let's print languages variable. Did you see what happened here? Now we only changed the name in the new lang dictionary, but the language name was changed in the languages dictionary as well. Do you know why it happened? Because in this case we didn't actually copy the variable. This is not copying. this is just a reference copy. Okay, this is just reference assignment. So basically, we created another reference variable to the same dictionary, and if we are changing in this variable, then basically our previous reference variables are also changing their value. So this is not copying. If you really want to make a copy of your dictionary, then what you can do is you can do something like this. So if I do something like this, then new lang becomes equals to languages dot copy. If you do something like copy, now if you do new lang, and let's say we change the name of the language from Python to something called as C#. Okay, so now let's print new lang, and you see that in new lang the name of the language is C#, but if I print languages again, there shouldn't be any change in the languages. So it is still Python, and previously also it was Python. So this is how you can copy your data dictionary easily. Another thing what you can do is, if you want that some other dict, okay, let's create some other dict, and if you want to copy, just use this dict function. Just remember, we were using list function and set function, so you are using dict function, and in this dict function you pass basically any dictionary you want to copy, and now you see that your dictionary is simply copied. Okay, and in this case also, if you change any variable inside this sum dictionary, then you won't be changing the actual reference or the original reference. Okay, and one more thing to remember is that if I am creating any dictionary, then the data types inside this dictionary could be of any type. So here I am only using the string, but actually the data type inside this dictionary could be a string, could be an integer, could be even a dictionary itself. So for example, I can create something like this, like new dictionary, and I can have in this something like this, like name, and then I can have a dictionary of names, like first name is, let's suppose, Rohan, and last name is, let's suppose, anything like, let's suppose anything anonymous. Okay, and you can have a dictionary inside a dictionary, you can have a list inside the dictionary. So let's suppose there is some student, and this student is having some marks, so you can have like 10, 20, 30, and you can have as many type of data variable types as many you want. Okay, so you can have a string, you can have a collection, inside a collection you can create a nested list, and it will not matter. So you can play any way with your dictionary, and that is why I think they are the most widely used data type in case of Python, because we data frames and some complex type of data, and in that point we basically need something called as dictionaries to hold our values and help us to basically perform some operations. So guys, this was a video about dictionary, and now an entire series of video regarding Python data types is completed. In the next videos, basically we will be looking forward into some other things like conditional statements and more complex Python operations. So I hope you guys will be stay tuned for those videos as well. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for further notifications. Till then, thank you so much everyone. Stay at home, stay safe, and bye bye.